wisely, smartly, intelligently, whatever the word is, getting out some immortals, because immortals are fantastic against the roaches. If we look, the roaches have 1 armor and 145 health, but the immortals do 55 damage to each roach, like on each shot with the roaches. And do they do 2 shots? No, they don't. They're just like both cannons fire at once, and that's counted as 1 shot. So they, with all these force fields brilliantly going down, but Xlord borrowing all of his units under the force fields, and this unfortunate zealot getting to the other side of the force fields. But there was an observer here to spot all those burrowed roaches, so some of them taking a fair bit of damage. And another little encounter going on here. These Archons are not going to be doing too much, as they do no damage at all. And there's going to be another battle going on here. These roaches trying to retreat, and there's going to be another engagement here. Rangers taking out all these creep trimmers, as there is an observer on the map, and just chasing down all these roaches is going to be going to just go around this, and these roaches are going to try burrow under that. Little does he know that there is an observer right here, so they're going to all be coming up here. Force field should be going on behind these to prevent them all from escaping. All these immortals are doing massive amounts of damage. All these stalkers are just firing down upon all these roaches that cannot really do much about it, as these stalkers, although the roaches do also have a weapon and shield upgrade, but these stalkers and immortals both do large amounts of damage to the roaches. So down here, the battle is won in favor of the Protoss player, but he's going to need to be sending his stalkers up here to also reinforce this half of the battle, as the battle did get split into 2 parts, and all these roaches are going to be going down. This large clump of reinforcements coming in from rine, which is what you always need to remember to do if you are anyone ever playing StarCraft. Make sure you always reinforce your army, because you can win the battle, but if you don't have any if you're in your opponent's base and you don't have any reinforcements, then he or she can just pump out large amounts of units and will kill you before you are able to get any sort of reinforcements on the way there. So I did notice the Great Aspire coming up there. Broodlords are going to be coming out now. Where are the Broodlords? They evolved from Corruptors. There we go. The Broodlords. There's 1 Broodlord. Apparently there's 6 morphing in on the map now, and Range is going to be sending in an attack to this second expansion for Lord, and Lord going to be sending all his units over here. These finishers are not going to be able to do an extremely large amount of damage, just trying to take out this Overlord, and all these Broodlords are going to be firing down upon these Zealots and Immortals, which are not going to be very good for them. So this Proxy Pylon nearly finished. He is not going to cancel that. He's going to continue to try push all these roaches back. All these roaches are going back. All these Broodlords making life very difficult for the Protoss player right now. This Proxy Pylon is now finished. He should be warping a few men in, but he has decided not to, as this Pylon is going to go down. That would have been completely useless, warping all those men in. Now Xlord just marching all the way across the map. Rine is trying to retreat all his units all the way back to his base, but these Immortals are just way too slow for the Zerglings, warping in a whole bunch of Zealots to try to deal with these Zerglings. But Lord is going to now retreat back across the map, and this expansion, this third high yield expansion, is almost up now, which is going to give Lord a very large advantage over Rine, Lord, a very large advantage over Rine. And Rine is unable to get down into this expansion over here. These rocks have not been blown open. He has got some void rays open on the map, but he needs to get down that ramp. That was very bad luck for him, as he did not blow down those rocks before. So that expansion going down to a bit of bad luck, but he's going to be taking down these rocks right here to try and get this high yield expansion right now. Chucking down a Proxy Pylon also right here. Now, he will be chucking down a Nexus also right here to be getting this high yield expansion in just a moment. Although he has run out of resources, or not run out, but he is down a little bit in resources, as he warped in a whole lot of Stalkers and Sentries, but it should be just, yep, chucking that down now. Now, there's going to be an engagement over here. These finishers just backing out as there's nothing for them to do. And all these, now that battle was just way too much for Rine to handle. He knew that his army was overpowered. Although he did have the verse armored advantage over these roaches, there were just way too many roaches, plus these Corruptors taking out all his void rays, and these Broodlords annihilating his entire ground army. That was, I would say, a very good game by both players. A lot of good macro, a lot of good micro, and so that means that that is 1 game to Lord and 1 game to Rine, and I'm now going to go cast the 3rd game of this series of 3. So we will have to see who wins this in the next game, as the next game will decide the winner of this series. So adios, I will see you guys later.